Aurora Solar Technologies ist, wie der Name schon vermuten lässt, kein Mining-Unternehmen, wie wir sie sonst auf diesem Kanal finden. Auroras ausgeklügelte Infrarot-Messtechniken ermöglichen es den Herstellern von Solarmodulen, Fehler im Produktionsprozess in Echtzeit zu erkennen. Und das ist gegenüber den bisherigen Tests ein gewaltiger Vorteil, der den Herstellern eben enorm viel Geld spart. Und die großen namhaften Player, die produzieren in China. Ihnen stellt ACU seit 2021 das softwarebasierte Produkt Insight auf Lizenzbasis zur Verfügung. Einen Überblick über die Firma sowie das Produkt Insight wird uns CEO Gordon Deans einmal geben. Gordon, it's very good to have you here. Thank you very much for your time. And maybe you can tell us a little bit about what is Aurora and what is the Insight product. Give us a brief overview about the general situation of your company, please.
Aurora Solar Technologies is a company that makes instrumentation and control systems for the purposes of maintaining and improving the quality of products that are manufactured on solar cell manufacturing lines. The solar cells are the boxes or squares that you see within solar panels, and they are the elements that actually generate electricity. So our products are used to monitor the various processes involved in making these, and also to provide the engineers and operators with information about how well all the machinery within their plants are performing compared to each other.
Gordon, you are the CEO and president of the company. What have you done before? So what got you in this position and why are you the right person for this company?
Well, a long time ago, I was trained as an electrical engineer, and I actually started my career in the telecommunications industry. So I did work there that was really related to the systems and how they function and how all the bits and pieces work together. So from the standpoint of Aurora, that's very much the same thing, because when you're looking at how a manufacturing plant operates and to make it work as well as possible, it's got many similarities to making a telephone network work as well as it possibly can, and be fail-safe and have continuous operation. The other thing is that what exposed me to the solar industry was I was an executive in a company that made industrial robots, and this was a turnaround situation where I was part of the team brought in to reinvigorate the company and make it profitable. And we did. And one of the elements of that was that at the time, the solar industry was starting to grow. And we had one of the products, which I helped introduce, was sold over and over and over again into the solar industry. I later left that company and I decided to start Aurora on the basis of what I saw in the solar industry, which was that they were scaling up from, a very small, very specialized type of industry into a large volume industry, but they didn't have the kind of operations and tools and so forth to make that effective as you got to higher and higher scales. And that was the mandate for Aurora when I started. It was to build the tools, both the data sources, which are the instruments, and the control systems, and the data management systems, which is Insight, in order to give them those tools. And now we're at a point where it's scaled to a level where they really need this. And this is great timing and very exciting for the company, because the growth in the industry continues at just an absolutely incredible pace. And we're well positioned to capitalize on that.
Gordon ist ein Ingenieur, der in seiner Karriere verschiedene Stationen durchlaufen hat. Später war er ein Executive in einem Robotikunternehmen, welche die Solarindustrie beliefert hat. Und als dann das weltweite Interesse an Solarmodulen stetig stieg, ist die Branche für ihn eben auch interessant geworden und er hat recht schnell die Möglichkeit gefunden, die Industrie mit Software zu unterstützen. Und daraufhin wollte ich von Gordon einmal wissen, wie wichtig das Thema Effizienz in der Industrie ist und auch was der aktuelle technische Sprung in der Effizienz für die Branche und auch für seine Firma bedeuten. And you are active in the photovoltaic market, and there's a big leap in efficiency currently taking place. How important is efficiency in general in this market, and what does the leap in efficiency mean for you and your company?
Efficiency and ever-increasing efficiency is vital to the industry and ultimately to the buyers of solar panels. The reason for this is that the efficiency determines how much power a solar panel can produce under standard lighting conditions. Efficiency has been increasing about 10% a year for many years now, And this is what has contributed to the drop in prices and the ability for solar panels to be put in cost effectively in many, many places around the world, whether they're in the far north or whether they're cloudy most of the time, or any of those conditions. Solar panels are now economically viable because of the increases in efficiency over time.
Die Industrie macht also seit Jahren einen Sprung von ca. 10% in der Effizienz und das jedes Jahr. Und das ist auch eben einer der Gründe, warum die Preise für die Solarmodule immer bezahlbarer geworden sind und somit an vielen Stellen auf der Welt vermehrt zum Einsatz kommen konnten. Im nächsten Schritt bin ich mit Gordon etwas weg vom Markt und rein in seine aktuelle Unternehmenssituation. Der Kauf von der australischen Firma BT Imaging. Der steht kurz bevor, wie die Firma berichtet. Daher wollte ich wissen, was ihn genau an dieser Firma begeistert. And let's dive a little bit deeper into your company and go away from the general market. You are about to buy the Australian company called BT Imaging. Why are you going to buy them and what is their business that you are excited about?
What's vitally important when you're trying to make sure that your manufacturing facilities and processes are as effective and profitable as they can be is to collect data. And then to use that data in order to understand how well all the machinery is performing, like I described earlier. The BT Imaging products are leading products in the field of collecting a certain type of information about the solar cells and also other material as it is being manufactured. So for us, this is a great opportunity to bring, first of all, a strong profit-making business that's a leader in its field into the Aurora family. And at the same time, also provide a very useful and we expect revenue generating addition to the Insight set of data that's used in our Insight product for the yield management and productivity within manufacturing plants.
All right, perfect. So, and you already mentioned it, it's all about data and you are having your product Insight and BT Imaging also has its products. And is it possible to integrate those products and make it to one product? And is it an easy process or is it fairly complicated? And what's the benefit of maybe integrating those products together?
I would say it's a product family. The BT Imaging products stand on their own right. But as data sources, what they do is they feed Insight, which is a user of the data, as I said earlier, in order to be able to provide the engineers and the managers and the operators in the manufacturing plants with information in real time about how well all of their machinery and tools and processes are operating, where there may be problems that they should rectify, extensions and management and maintenance cycles in order to maximize the throughput in the plant and therefore the output monetarily and also in units. So they're complementary. We're going to make them work together. The BT Imaging products are going to increase the value of Insight and will also be a growing product line in their own right. So we're very excited about this because we think this is really going to take the company into a new space.
Right. So, and right now customers have to buy your products and they have to buy the BT Imaging products. And when you put them together, they can probably save a little bit of money to use both of the products from your side. So how much money are they going to save? So what's the value for the customers?
Our expectation with Insight, assuming that it's got relevant data sources available to it, which include the BT Imaging products, is that the manufacturers in a typical plant that would be medium-sized, and in this industry that is expressed as a 5 gigawatt plant. That's how much effective power it produces every year in solar cells. They would be able to get between 6 and 13 million US dollars in additional profit from that, and that's from basically 3 areas. One of them is making sure that the material is always being routed through the best operating tools or pieces of equipment at each step in the manufacturing process. Number 2, to be able to quickly identify, localize, and in many cases, we're talking about hundreds of machines in a plant. So this is something that's difficult to do manually, where problems may reside, so they can be fixed. And then lastly, to make sure that your optimizing the maintenance schedules, because maintenance means downtime, and that means throughput goes down in the plant. So you want to minimize that. But at the same time, you don't want to stretch your maintenance so far that you're getting substandard products. So these three areas are the main things that we're addressing. And the BT Imaging products provide information about this, and Insight provides the means to be able to make sense of that information and act on it. That's where the savings come from, is their ability to do those things. Right now, most plants in the solar industry just don't have the tools except manual, laborious processes, and they make do, and they don't do very well with this kind of thing right now. So we're going to give them a real leg up.
Okay, also BT Imaging ist ein Führer auf seinem Gebiet und macht bereits Profit, was Aurora als Firma ebenfalls gelegen kommt. Die Produkte von BT Imaging und Aurora, die ergänzen sich sehr gut und sollen einfach zusammengeführt werden können. Und das hat eben auch Vorteile für die Kunden von Aurora, wie Gordon beschreibt. Ein normaler Kunde mit mittlerer Größe bis zu 5 Megawatt ist mit dem kombinierten Produkt von Aurora vermutlich in der Lage, 6 bis 13 Millionen Dollar mehr zu verdienen. Und das hat laut Gordon 3 Gründe. Erstens, es soll sichergestellt werden, dass das eingesetzte Material auf dem Fabrikband immer durch die besten Arbeitsschritte geleitet wird. Zweitens, diese Herstellungsanlagen, die sind riesig und daher hilft das System dabei, Fehler direkt zu erkennen und schnellstmöglich ausbessern zu können und macht es eben schneller als per Hand. Und drittens, durch den Einsatz wird auch der Wartungsplan so optimiert, dass die Maschinen kaum Downtime haben. Was man nämlich wissen muss, die Solarindustrie, die ist sehr margenorientiert. Sprich, hier geht es um die Menge in der Produktion. Je mehr produziert werden können, desto mehr Marge kann gemacht werden. Und bei langen Ausfallzeiten, da geht dann eben viel Geld verloren. Die Maschinen, die sollten im Optimalfall 24/7 laufen. Und genau dabei hilft Aurora Solar. So we talked about your products, we talked about the BT Imaging products, and we talked about the benefits for your customers. But what is your benefit you're getting out of the acquisition? How is the acquisition going to affect your competitive position? And can competitors catch up quickly by buying other companies as well? Or is your lead way too strong for them to catch up?
BT Imaging is the gold standard in the industry for the products that they provide. They are the recognized market leader. So there are other companies that compete with them, but they don't do as well. And BT Imaging has pricing power as well as that market leadership position. So when we bring BT Imaging into the Aurora family and we combine it with Insight, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be supercharging that brand. Others don't have that combination. There is no way they can compete except on the basis of features, comparisons against the BT Imaging products, which, as I said just a minute ago, are better products from a functionality and capability perspective. Yep. And keep in mind, the other thing is that what we're doing is that this is a process that's going to be going on in Aurora continuously, which is organic development of our own products, but also acquisitions that are strategic in nature that feed the ability of our family of products to be the solution and the standard. And I don't mean a solution and a standard, I mean the solution and the standard for managing and getting the most out of your manufacturing operations in the photovoltaic industry.
Auf meine Frage, ob der Kauf von BT Imaging einen deutlichen Vorsprung am Markt bringt und ob die Konkurrenz diesen schnell wieder einholen könne, sagte Gordon, dass BT Imaging wirklich das führende Unternehmen von diesen Produkten sei. Er ist daher davon überzeugt, dass der Kauf der Firma und die Integration in die Produkte von Aurora einen vorerst nicht so einfach einholbaren Vorsprung bringen könnten. Anschließend wollte ich nochmal klar auf den Punkt gebracht bekommen, was die mögliche Akquisition für euch als Shareholder am Ende bedeutet.
So what we will get with the BT Imaging acquisition is we will get a profitable company that generates solid revenue, growing revenue, and is central within the industry for the measurement of what's going on in the manufacturing lines. We will also get a larger spread of the market, both in terms of the value chain. So BT Imaging also has business in upstream in the materials before you get to the cell manufacturing, is developing business in the module manufacturing part of the value chain, and also across the board from laboratory usages for research and development through to quality control and laboratory use within production facilities, right into the production lines as well. So it expands our market footprint, both financially and also in terms of coverage in the market. And that also applies geographically as well, because there are research and quality assurance processes and laboratories that are around the world.
Zu guter Letzt hat Gordon uns nochmal seine Top-Gründe für einen Kauf von Aktien von Aurora verraten und auch nochmals erzählt, wie der Kauf von BT Imaging ablaufen soll. Ich verabschiede mich schon an dieser Stelle und wenn euch das Interview gefallen hat, dann lasst gerne ein Abo da. Ich würde mich sehr freuen, wenn wir uns auch im nächsten Video wiedersehen. Bis dahin, macht's gut.
Well, I'd like to say, I'm a shareholder in the company, obviously, and I'd like to tell people why I hold shares in the company and continue to buy them. And the reasons are these. Number one is that we have a great team. We have world-renowned people in the industry who are contributing to our products and are well-respected and work well within the industry. Number two is that we have a management team and a board that has a track record of delivering value for shareholders. And number three is that we're right in the center of the fastest growing industry in the world. And we're positioned within the epicenter of that, which is in China and in Southeast Asia as well. And all of those reasons mean that we're at the center of potentially very strong growth for shareholder value as we look ahead over the coming months and years. One of the things I would like to mention that I think is important for shareholders to know is that we are at this time doing a private placement, and this is expressly for the support of the acquisition. So for the information only of people on this who are watching this video, we are raising up to $2 million, and the purpose of that is to fund the cash component of the deal for the share purchase. Most of the purchase is being done in shares, Aurora shares, but a small component of it is being done in cash as well. So if people would like further information on that, they can contact the company as they wish.